Hi everyone, it's Jana here from Oscraps, and I have the tutorial this month with some things that we're going to put together, and we are not using a template this month. I wanted to show how to build a page from scratch and blending some materials. So as always, we have some artsy things and some more traditional things, and we're gonna have some fun. I was planning to do this in Photoshop Elements, but because I'm recording another computer and I don't have Photoshop Elements here, I'm going to show this in Photoshop. But you can pretty much follow Photoshop Elements. This is more towards, I would say, beginners and starting advanced scrapbookers. But if you're a beginner, if you wanted to start with scrapbooking, these tutorials are for you. And I think for advanced, it's just to spark some ideas of some more things that you would not maybe think about combining together, and I think that could help you, and just for inspiration. So let's get started with what I'm using here today. I'm using the Out of the Ordinary Artsy Clusters from Studio Coordinate. Anything is Possible Blender Mask from NBK Design. Nini Goes Gigi, Find the Extra in the Ordinary. And some styles from the Art Journal collection from Floral Jewel Designs. And as always, I'm going to post all the links and everything at the blog post, and we have some extra inspiration from the city. Okay, so let me just show you here how I got started here, what I have here so far. So far I have here, let me show you in detail what I did. So I started with a solid paper from the Nini Goes Gigi kit, and I on the Blender masks from NBK, I put one on this side, and I have the other one on the bottom here. So then we have the cluster here, and I can actually drag this one down here close to the other frame, and we have the cluster, and that's where we're gonna get started here. So first I wanted to create a blending of the papers, so I'm gonna get started with that. But first let me bring, so I have my two pictures here, and these are pictures that I took just walking. I went for a walk, and I thought this, I have a park here beside my house, and I thought these flowers, they looked so pretty, and I didn't want to put any filter or anything. I think they just, you know, it's the extraordinary things that we see when we walk, and they're really pretty. So what I want to do is to mask one of them here with one of the masks, and you just create a clipping mask, Option Alt and click, or you can go to Layer, Create Clipping Mask. Then you have there really well blended there. And on this bottom here, I actually want to blend some papers. So she has some pattern paper there, and I'm clicking Option Alt and create a clipping mask. And I probably will do another one here on this big background here. But for now, I wanted to show you here on this cluster. In Photoshop Elements, you get the Magic Wand tool, but you have one with the star, and you're going to do the same thing. So here I'm just going to grab the Magic Wand tool and click inside here of this frame, give a command Ctrl J, and then we separated the inside. Now that I have my inside of the mask there, I'm going to make this way smaller, and I'm gonna clip that. Option Alt, create a clipping mask, and have to be way smaller. This mask here that has the flowers, I would like the flowers to show a little bit more. So I'm going to click on the mask. I'm going to go to my brushes and I'm going to get just a soft, I think I have here from NBK, I have already here the Blender watercolor from the Anything Art Therapy #1. And I'm just gonna go back. I don't know why it was a smart object. I think it's because I did this first in Photoshop Elements, that's why. So I have my brush here in black and I'm just gonna click here on a mask and I'm just gonna make some parts, increase the flow. I'm gonna make darker so actually we can see better the flowers here. And I also don't have my Wacom on this. This brush is a dynamic brush. I don't have my Wacom here on this computer, so you can definitely do this with the mouse. I'm just clicking and dragging. And on the parts that I want, I'm keeping the edges faded so we can blend, but you can also use a soft round brush, but because of the mask is very soft, and I think a watercolor brush should give more sense to it. I don't want to clip anything. Like that. I'm just trying to see an edge here that I like. And in the Art Journal from Florju styles, then I can use a there, see which looks better. This looks like a gesso. That one. I'm going to duplicate this layer. Get here, and I'm gonna use another one, this blue one. Okay, so I want to show you here what I did. So I brought some elements here, and I want to show you here what I did with this paper tab here. So the paper tab is behind because I put the paper tab behind the duplicate of the photo mask with the clip it mask. So then it's behind, and we can create an illusion that is stacked even though the whole cluster is just one PNG. So because we duplicated that to clip the picture, then we can put a element behind it. So I put the tag over there. So then I just put these leaves, and I'm going to now just arrange them a little bit, and I put their shadow. So just to create a little cluster here. What I did as well, I got a little transfer that comes in the kit, and I used the color burn, and I duplicated and put also here as well, just to give it more texture in the paper here. I used the bread, and let me show here what I did with this flower, this little paper flower. So this little paper flower, if I remove the styles, you can see it's just a flat paper flower. So if I click here on effects, you can see what I did. First, you create a drop shadow, and you can do this in Photoshop Elements. After you create your shadow in Photoshop Elements as well, you're going to click here. And what I did, I click on the wrong one. I added a bevel, and I know in Photoshop Elements, if you click on the effects, you can also include a bevel there. What you cannot do in Photoshop Elements is my next step here. So what I did here also, I put a contour, and I chose here this second one here, which creates this kind of more edge here, and then it looks like it's a meadow flower. So that's what I did to change the elements. So use the things that Photoshop gives you in Photoshop Elements to change the elements as you want. I think it looked a little flat to me, so I wanted to give it a little change. Then I put the bread and this, and as the last is the word art, which is this painted overlay here, and I'm just going to end it like that. So let me give a look at the whole layout. So the way I'm going to end here now is just putting a date and the place that it was, and the layout is done. So I hope you'll enjoy, and I'll see you guys next month. Thank you.